Hello and welcome. My name is Raina Mullian and I am the NAEP State Coordinator for Alaska. Today I will provide a high-level overview of the National Assessment of Educational Progress, often referred to as the nation's report card. Thank you for being here. The National Assessment of Educational Progress was first administered in 1969. It is carried out by the National Center for Education Statistics, which is located in the Institute of Education Sciences of the U.S. Department of Education. In 1990, NAEP began being administered at the state level in states that volunteered to be included in the assessment. The Elementary and Secondary Education Act, ESEA, reauthorization of 2001, made participation in NAEP mathematics and reading in grades 4 and 8 mandatory for states and districts receiving Title I funds, and the Every Student Succeeds Act, ESSA, of 2015, which reauthorized ESEA, maintained this requirement. With the ever-evolving landscape of summative assessments in states, NAEP is our best source of consistent longitudinal data. NAEP is an independent monitor of student academic achievement. NAEP is part of our balanced assessment system, which recognizes multiple measures provide a full picture of student performance. The goal of our balanced assessment system is to provide students, parents, educators, policymakers, and communities with a variety of useful information about academic achievement and progress. NAEP is considered low stakes and provides valuable information about the extent to which learning is maintained or declines as curriculum and instruction evolve. The National Assessment Governing Board sets policies for NAEP. The Secretary of Education appoints governing board members. The governing board is responsible for the development of the frameworks for each of NAEP's content areas, setting achievement levels and determining the content for each subject that is to be assessed. Additionally, the governing board sets the schedule for the NAEP assessments, as well as the initial release date for NAEP reports, and determines the guidelines for reporting of NAEP results. The current schedule runs through 2030, but has the potential to change if the governing board deems this necessary. Most often, we refer to years that include state-level assessments as the main NAEP. Main NAEP occurs every 2 years and produces national, state, and trial urban district assessment, or TUDA, results. There are 27 TUDA districts across the nation. Alaska does not have a TUDA. NAEP assesses representative samples of students rather than the entire student population. The sample selection process utilizes a probability sample design. In this type of sample, each school and each student has a known probability of being selected. Samples are selected according to a multi-stage design, with students drawn from within sampled public and private schools nationwide. The school probabilities are proportional to the estimated number of students in the grade assessed. Every 4 years, the long-term trend assessment is given at the national level. Like main NAEP, this assessment measures student achievement in reading and math. However, this assessment has remained essentially unchanged since the 1970s and are age-based rather than grade-based. Large-scale assessments, like NAEP, add value to policy decisions and support program evaluation functions, are generally the most effective instruments for monitoring educational trends. For example, state summative assessments in the 2021-2022 school year and NAEP 2022 provided a critical national picture of the effects of the pandemic on student learning. NAEP is the only test that allows for valid state-to-state comparisons or large urban district comparisons. On the other hand, state summatives provide information for student, school, and district level, which are critical for monitoring current recovery efforts. Some things to keep in mind when it comes to NAEP reporting. Scores are reported on a 0 to 500 point scale. NAEP does not provide individual school or district level results in Alaska. It does provide subgroup results. NAEP collects information related to student performance from students, teachers, and administrators. It is important to note that in Alaska, students do not participate in the survey portion of the assessment due to statute 14.03.110, pertaining to questionnaires and surveys administered in public schools. NAEP does not collect information on individual students' personal values or attitudes. The achievement levels for NAEP are NAEP Basic. This level denotes partial mastery of prerequisite knowledge and skills that are fundamental for proficient work at each grade. NAEP Proficient. This level represents solid academic performance for each grade assessed. Students reaching this level have demonstrated competency over challenging subject matter, including subject matter knowledge, application of such knowledge to real-world situations, and analytical skills appropriate to the subject matter. NAEP Advanced. This level signifies superior performance. Snapshot reports for Alaska, like the one seen here, are available on DEED's website and the nation's report card website. These reports feature overall results, achievement level percentages and average score results, comparisons of the average score in 2022 to other states or jurisdictions, comparisons of the average score for state versus the nation, results for student groups, and score gaps for student groups. Results from NAEP are a required component of each state's report card, featuring achievement level performance by subgroup. In Alaska, we also include inclusion rates for students with disabilities and English learners. Differences between state summative results and NAEP can be attributed to slightly different content is assessed, different cut scores, different achievement levels, different motivational conditions, and different sample characteristics. The NAEP page on the DEED website is the go-to place for all updates on NAEP in the program in Alaska. NAEP offers many resources that are publicly available. The NAEP Data Explorer, or NDE, is an interactive tool used to explore NAEP results for various subjects, grades, and jurisdictions. The NDE allows users to examine student performance in the context of gender, race, ethnicity, and hundreds of other factors, and to create statistical tables, graphics, and maps that answer questions about the academic performance of the nation's, states, and TUTA district students. The NDE contains data for all past NAEP assessments and applicable special studies for which data have been released. Users are able to perform a variety of analyses, such as comparing results between states, examining the performance of high and low performers, and comparing results of demographic groups. The NAEP Questions tool, or NQT, provides access to released NAEP questions, student responses, performance data, and scoring guides. The NQT provides access to thousands of released questions from NAEP assessments across all NAEP subject areas. Users can search questions, look at the performance data by item, and test themselves using NAEP questions. The tool also allows users to create their own customized assessments, create rosters, and save tests for future use. The NQT is an excellent way to find sample NAEP questions to share with others. NAEP often conducts special studies, usually occurring every 4 years. In 2024, the National Indian Education Study and the High School Transcript Study will be included as part of the program. Additionally, NCS oversees many of the international assessments that Alaska could possibly be selected for. However, we are not currently in any of the assessments taking place this year. This concludes my presentation on the National Assessment of Educational Progress. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or would like more information about the program. Thank you for being here.